All right, y'all. So what's for dinner today? What's for dinner today? I know, stuff that I be talking about. I don't be leaving y'all with no options. Like, it's like, man, dude, like, I hear you talk. It's like I can't eat nothing. Well, you almost can't eat nothing. Okay? You almost can't eat nothing. But I'm trying to help y'all out. I really am. For eyes that see, let them see. For ears that hear, let them hear, right? Everybody else, hey, at least you told them, right? All right, so let's look at this albacore. Now, this is pretty much the only fish that I eat. It's not a stinky fish or nothing like that. It's pretty solid. It's like the cleanest fish you can get out here. Just make sure you get you a really good brand. This is the most expensive. No, actually, the most expensive is Wild Planet, but you don't have to pay that much money for a can of Wild Planet tuna, guys. You can get this one. This one's a little cheaper. A little cheaper. It's still over $5. It's called Safe Catch. You notice here's the biggest part of this tuna though here, guys. The biggest part of this can of tuna right here is no salt added. I'm going to keep stressing to you guys how important it is that you not consume table salt. I know it means that you're not going to be able to eat restaurant food anymore, but I'm pretty sure there's restaurants out there that don't use table salt, y'all. You just got to look for them, okay? You just got to look for them. And you can go to a restaurant and just find out what do they not put salt on, or can they make their food without adding the salt in there. There are places that can do that for you, okay? It's very hard though. I had some Indian food the other day. It was really good. It was some vegetable biryani. And the only problem with these ethnic restaurants is that they don't use salt from Pakistan. If they really wanted their customers to be healthy, they would use Himalayan salt from Pakistan. Okay? But people got to make a profit. And you could probably go to a wholesale store when you buy your supplies for your restaurant. I mean, you could probably buy a gallon of table salt for $4. But that same thing will cost probably about $20 or $30 if it was Himalayan salt, right? But again, if you want your customers to be healthy, you need to give them the good salt. It's very important. If I was a restaurant owner, I would give my people Himalayan salt. Yes, it will cut into my profits, but at what point do you start caring more about people than profits? Okay? Yeah, I guess I'm too nice, huh? So this fish has no salt. I put my own Himalayan salt on this tuna. I like that you can open it. You don't need a can opener. It has the most protein out of any can of fish that I've seen also. It says that it's called Safe Catch because it says mercury average is 5 times below FDA limit. So that's pretty cool. It says it's the only brand to test every tuna. Paleo. Yeah, paleo. When you start getting older, you really only have 2 options: paleo or vegetarian. When you're young, you can mess around with a lot of food you ain't supposed to be eating. When you get older, you can't play around like that no more. You have to preserve your liver. You got to preserve your kidneys when you get older. You have to be real serious about that stuff. So this is the best can. I like the fact that it has 37 grams of protein. That's a lot. Because technically men, you only need about 50 grams a day. Like if you working out and stuff like that, you only need about 50. Okay, so just one can of this brings me closer to my daily needs for protein. So this is what I eat. This is probably the only fish that I'm really messing with right now, guys. If I went out to a restaurant, of course, I'd be trying to look for salmon and stuff like that. Get it with no salt, of course. Ask them if they got any kind of real sea salt or anything like that. But yeah, let's move along. Next, I cannot stress to you guys how good almonds are for you. It's been a good substitute for me eating almonds and switching out, the grains. Okay. And it's kind of funny because I started using Dr. Bronner's almond soap, excuse me, almond oil soap, and I really like it. I like the fragrance of that soap so much. The fragrance of almonds is really, really nice. When you buy Dr. Bronner's soap, you'll see what I'm talking about. And also when you eat these things, I feel like they really clean out your colon. You know what I mean? Like it really cleans out the colon, so you don't stink like that. Okay? It really like kind of freshens things up inside your body. Yeah, because almonds have a really good they have a flowery type of fragrant to them. And if you eat these type of almonds, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's a floral type of fragrance to almonds. And it actually freshens up your colon. I'm telling y'all. It have you smelling good inside and out. Almond is really, really good. Like, try eating a lot of almonds and then using Dr. Bronner's almond oil soap. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to be smelling good inside and out. Of course, along with a vegetarian diet with very little meat and stuff like that. And then I have some watermelon, guys, and some water, and that's it for me. I took my men's 1-a-day vitamins. I took my iodine. Y'all know my Lugol's iodine. Took my creatine. I actually just ordered some maca root powder, and I ordered some ashwagandha powder that's coming to me in the mail. You know, you guys, you want to get up on your, I think they call them Ayurvedic herbs. I think, I think that's an Indian term. Don't quote me. But I'm somebody that's really up on my Ayurvedic herbs. Very important for your health. Matter of fact, I told y'all about the anti-aging drug called Protandim. Ashwagandha is one of the ingredients in that, as well as turmeric. Okay? I'm not somebody to be like taking turmeric. I don't like the way turmeric tastes at all. I'd rather just eat maybe some Indian food once a week or something like that. Although I can't mess with it that much because of the type of salt they use. I'm not saying, guys, you can't eat at all, but I'm telling y'all the truth. What happens to me, like let's say I eat table salt 2 days in a row, I will immediately get these bags under my eyes. Okay? So table salt messes with my kidneys, and it happens very fast. I can only really consume table salt maybe once a week. I'm telling y'all, I'm the ultimate crash test dummy. That's why I'm here to tell y'all about this stuff. If you eat table salt more than once a week, you're going to start getting bags under your eyes. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about, y'all. People want to look young and stuff like that, getting older. I'm trying to help people out, but yeah. Can't drink alcohol either. That's a big thing. Can't drink alcohol. So, yeah, that's all I'm eating today, guys. And I just want to talk to y'all a little bit about some health tips again. And I will holler at y'all later. Peace.